Couples, what do you do with morning breath while having? Totally ignore it. Don't acknowledge it. Enjoy morning and keep your mouth shut, literally, I guess. But we just acknowledge we want to bang, so we piss and rinse with mouthwash and get back to it. Civilized, I think, and we still bang, and I'm not worried about my breath. We joff, we banging. My wife and my only caveat is we don't kiss until we've brushed, but anything else is fair game. Both of us are grossed out by kissing with morning breath. We always give each other looks in shows and movies when characters make out the next morning. Doggy style, allow me to introduce what I call the method. Fun for all occasions and a definite game changer for morning. Girl starts with oral on man while she fingers herself. When she and partner are adequately stimulated, she transitions to cowgirl and rides until orgasm. Transition to doggy position for male completion. For bonus points and easy clean up, finish in her. Great way to start the day and build a healthy relationship. My girlfriend turns away and doesn't let me kiss her if my breath stinks, but we still have fun. It's just much better to brush my teeth first so I can kiss her. And yet, if the shoe was on the other foot, she'd be crying. I can confirm, I would indeed cry despite that it's a completely normal bodily odor. It's okay for me to say it, but very mean if my boyfriend did. We've been together 14 years almost, I think. There's 2 kids in the house. The odd time we have the chance at morning, you can be damned sure that a little morning breath isn't stopping that ride. It's happening. 15 here, 2 kids, 2 now 3 dogs. Same damn thing. Morning is the only one I will skip the pre-clean-up routine of shower and shave. Most of the time I keep my face by her neck, ears, chest or back, so then we don't worry about stank breath. Oral first, so it smells like genitals instead. This is not accurate advice. I know because I am a heavy sweater, and once I had a shirt I had to wear for a couple days straight in summer at a pizza shop I worked at. On the second day, I figured I could just go into the bathroom and Febreze the out of that thing and carry on. As it turns out, scents don't cancel each other out. I just smelled like day-old perspiration and fresh linen. We both have the absolute worst morning breath, despite having solid dental hygiene. We both know it. If the deed seems like it's gonna down, we both do a quick slosh and gargle of mouthwash and go to town. Doesn't always have to be raunchy, hot. Sometimes a 30-second break to race to the bathroom, make fun of their loser, spit minty water out, and race back laughing is almost the best part. I have no idea when guys think girls lose their horny insanely fast. Never has morning been on the table but then been taken off because I said, hey, can we brush our teeth and shower so we can fool around better? It has always been an acceptable proposition. Floss daily and scrape your tongue nightly. Morning breath nerfed by 80% at least. This is basically what I was gonna say. Brush, floss, water pick, brush or scrape tongue, followed by 30 seconds Listerine. Even this routine the night before is an improvement for the following day. I'm a clean freak, so I tend to just do a full body clean whenever is on the table, even in the morning. My balls are all grimy and nasty after a good night's sleep, so obviously it's shower time before anything can happen. It's common courtesy to your partner, right? But then I remember all those folks I meet, or rather smell in buses, trains, grocery lines, and I get a reality check that a lot of people are disgusting pigs. We don't care. Morning, noon, night, no matter what we've had to eat or drink. The only time it's ever been an issue, which we avoided, was I had accidentally ordered a shrimp dish that almost melted my tongue. I wasn't going to risk it with her for at least 2 brushes. A few rounds of mouthwash. I have sinus issues, so sometimes I snore, and when I wake up my mouth doesn't feel great, but we always have water bottles next to the bed, and if I just do a bit of a rinse, feel better. But we honestly don't care. My partner never has morning breath for some reason, and he says the same about me. And even if, I'd still want to make out with him. Who cares? But I'm 99% positive we're just canceling each other's morning breath out. Either way, morning, especially morning after, is aces. It depends. If I have to pee, I'm just going to brush my teeth. I couldn't care about her morning breath. It's my own that bothers me for her sake, not mine. If I don't have to pee, and she's really wanting it, well, we gonna do what we gonna do. Lol. It ain't often we have morning. We both work, And I run a small business, so even on weekends I have to be up and around early, so when it happens right then and there. The easy answer is just do a position where you can't smell the other person's breath. I always keep some sort of drink, even if it's just a water with some flavoring added on the nightstand. Can mask the smell for a bit. And honestly, if you are having very first thing, it's probably because you are trying to get a quickie in before work and the kids wake up. Not a couple anymore, but I know the answer. Ignore, ignore, ignore. That is your person's funk. Everyone has hot breath in the morning. You ignore that. By the time we reach couple status, we've ingested all sorts of germs from various parts anyway. I recommend positions facing away, like spoon's position. If the breath super bothers you, or if you're self-conscious, have fun. Prone bone, doggy style, just make out with nasty breath anyways once the deed starts. Single player missionary acts 2. Both participants focus on themselves while also participating in creating friction. Spooning special, mounted spooning special. The I'm asleep but feel free to jump on top and do all the work to get yourself off mechanic. Pick your poison. Sounds to me you just strongly relate intimacy to kissing, which is totally fine. I would try to build some more around other actions so you feel comfy doing them later. I have a very sensitive sense of smell and am terribly conscious of bad breath, so believe me when I tell you that the cure for morning breath while having is just deep, open mouth kissing. It's a bit daunting to do at first, but if you both commit to it, it seems to basically neutralize whatever bad smells there were. Anyway, we have kids now and never manage it in the morning, so if it's still true, let me know. I have a tip for that. If you breathe out hard, forming a small O with your mouth, and let your cheeks expand, doing it a few times starts your salivation, and I have no idea how, but it helps. My theory is that it washes off the smelling firm on your inner layer. I've been with my wife for 11 years, married for 10. We've never had morning, not even once. She's an absolute monster if I wake her up in the mornings. I get up around a.m. every day, and I wouldn't dare bother her before at least 9. I've survived this long, so I'll keep doing the same. Do you keep a glass of water on the nightstand? Roll over, take a drink of water, and rinse your mouth out while you do it. It goes a surprisingly long way to clearing up that morning breath. You're also probably dehydrated first thing in the morning, so drink water because it's also dehydrating. It'll make everything more enjoyable. If that doesn't do it, keep breath mints on your nightstand. Floss before bed. Drinking water at night can help wash away some of the bacteria. I keep a water bottle next to the bed. I usually knock the fuzz off my teeth with a few swipes of my toothbrush during my morning pee. That helps too. I very much dislike the strong taste of toothpaste in my mouth when I'm drinking coffee, so that's usually all I do before then. If you floss all the way up between your gum like you are supposed to, especially the jaw, you will reduce morning breath and bad breath in general after getting out the nasty things living down in there. If you have chewing gum on your nightstand, or a mint, it only takes one person to chew it for both to get fresh breath. I always think of that episode of Scrubs when GD is dating, maybe engaged to a character played by a famous actress. Mandy Moore or Heather Graham, maybe? Anyway, they keep shot glasses of mouthwash on their bedside tables. They shot them and go for it. Why does this question come up here at least once a week? It's been answered to death already. Personally, we've been together for many years. We just don't care but generally try to kiss with mouth closed and don't breath heavily in each other's faces. It's not the enormously huge big deal some people seem to think it is, seeing how it's brought up again and again and again. Old post bust, one of the things turned my wife and I onto each other was the fact that both of us don't find each other's morning breath bad. We discovered this like a month into our relationship and it was a first for both of us. Been together nearly 25 years now and morning is still one of our favorites. Morning breath is due to bacteria left behind even if you brush your teeth. Pro tip, when you brush your teeth the night before, take a swig of peroxide first, leaving it in your mouth as you brush. When done, swish for about 10 seconds. Pretty much as all smell-inducing bacteria. Morning with confidence. If you don't brush your teeth before bed, you are just nasty. Don't have morning breath. Seriously, it is a sign that you did not clean your muzzle properly before going to bed. So there is something in it which can rot overnight and build up bacteria which causes the smell. The amount of bacteria increases exponentially. That means the more leftovers remain in your mouth, the more potential is there for bacteria to grow. On the other hand, if you clean your mouth meticulous as you should do because you have been born human, not as an animal or something else, there is nothing left which can offer the smell potential to build up. If you want to tell me it's normal for everyone to have morning breath, I will tell you, no, absolutely no. If you don't believe me, go and grab a bright flash light. Stand in front of a mirror. Shine in your mouth. Look what's going on there. Are you still sure you cleaned up everything as you have should done? I usually wake up early to pee and take care of brushing my teeth before I head back to bed. If I don't have the chance for that, we still have, but our faces will be more like cheek to cheek so our breath isn't in each other's faces. And try to breath through our noses. We don't make out, but we may do small kisses or love bites on each other's shoulders and neck. I use one cool tip. I don't know if it's me or there are others too, but basically I can stop breathing with my nose without holding it by my fingers. I just kinda block it inside on purpose not to feel anything whenever I need unblock. Used to do it in cars 'cause got so dizzy from car smell. Pardon me, but I've got my hand on her and the other in her hair, and she is bracing herself with the nightstand or the corner post, and Pound Town commences. What? She is my wife. We already made love. We used that for the down payment for the house. Now she takes one for the team while I get what I want, and truthfully, I excuse myself and do a quick wash and come back and never care if her breath stinks. I get to bang her. Kiss my wife. She will, won't it? Maybe I'll on some titties, but we definitely still banging and cleaning up afterwards, including brushing our teeth. Or maybe we don't shower and brush our teeth after. It doesn't make a difference to us. We love each other and made commitments to love each other and satisfy each other in the good and the bad times. We don't care. We love each other, and after years together and similar diets, lifestyle, I've found we have begun to smell alike. I really enjoy the smell of his sweat, and at the end of the day or morning, we are both animals who want to bang. I definitely used to be self-conscious about any errant smells or not appearing perfect, but those were my own insecurities that I'm very happy to have let go. We've been dating and having for a year now. We are also horniest and most physically able in the morning. We don't let anything like a little bit of sweat or morning breath from stopping us from getting our kisses, and we don't blink at it. It's without a thought. Not everyone has bad morning breath. Both my wife and I sleep with our mouths closed. Kissing her in the morning is about like it is always. She says the same about me. Not always trusting her fully, I sometimes jump up and brush my teeth. Depending on positioning, we put our cheeks together and moan in each other's ear. Hold my breath when we do kiss. And if or when it is smelt, I'm usually not present enough to super register it because at that point I'm being ed into a pseudo-psychedelic experience. I'm usually awake a while before her, so when she wakes up, she'll text me. I rinse with Listerine and bring her diluted mouthwash so she can just swallow. Even then, it's usually spooning leading to her on top or me standing, so very little breath exchange. Part of what makes, at least with us, so wonderful is the fact that we are empathizing with each other in mind and body. And because neither of us really care for morning breath, we tend to not engage in open-mouth kissing during those times. This happens without needing a discussion because we are aware of ourselves and each other. It's actually quite crazy, to be honest, because I think this is truly what it is to have a soulmate. I thought I had an idea before her. 10 years in, and we just love each other more somehow every day. Don't know why I share. I am really high. Oral, prone bone, doggy, reverse cowgirl. For morning though, I usually prefer getting up first for the bathroom, brush my teeth, splash some water on my face to remove whatever's left from last night's skincare. Then getting back into the cozy, toasty bed feels even better. I hate morning breath and don't like it around during something else that I love so much. It only takes a minute of effort to get rid of it first so that the quality of the experience is even better. Well, we don't care ext, it's kinda hot as well hearing them breath heavily because of what you're doing, but tay new positions if you don't want the breath like doggy style cowgirl, reverse cowgirl, doggy, but you're lying down and he's on top of you, there's lots. Never bothered me much, but logistically speaking, Don't folks wake up having to pee from sleeping overnight? Why not a quick rinse, if even mouthwash when washing your hands? Doesn't have to be the full floss and 10-minute scrub, just get the crud out, wash your hands, and jump back in bed. I dunno, this was with every single girl I ever stayed the night with, etc. I know a girl with no morning breath. I swear it sometimes even smells good. Absolute-ing anomaly. According to her, it's a matter of being hydrated and having really good oral hygiene, but I dunno, it's probably witchcraft or something. She literally never has smelly breath. If your morning breath is that bad, you probably need to see a dentist. I dated a girl that had a bad molar and I straight couldn't be anywhere near her face in the morning. I wouldn't kiss her unless she had relatively recently brushed and used mouthwash. That's the only time it's ever been a problem in my 20 years of dating. Single, but I have had bad breath quite a bit. It is dirt simple to fix. Go to the bathroom with a spoon and gently scrape the yellowish white paste off your tongue. Takes like 30 seconds tops and gets rid of 90% or more of the bad breath. They make tongue scrapers which work better and more quickly, but a spoon will do. Make her a coffee, brush our teeth, let the sun rise gently on our faces whilst sitting in the lounge. Talk about our plans for the days, have those plans manifest or not. Gently wind down for the day, light a candle, brush our teeth, and she's passed out sleeping. Not a couple, but being aroused can actually turn the brain off to more disgusting or gross things like morning breath. Some trucker guy on the Hypixel forums said he sometimes arouses himself to avoid having to stop and take a while driving long distances. Can absolutely minimize this the night before. Brushing teeth plus flossing, water flosser plus using a tongue cleaner properly will clean your mouth so well. Morning breath the next day will be minimal to non-existent. Just don't eat or drink anything sweet after doing everything mentioned. If the smell is still pretty strong in the morning, consider visiting a dentist to address tartar buildup and to check for any potential gum issues. I don't know about anyone else, but while it is initially bad on both sides, I feel like once we start engaging in Yule behavior, it doesn't take long before I either can't smell his breath anymore or I just stop noticing as my mind is on other things. Usually, we both just breathe through our noses initially, and sometimes we keep a breath spray by the bed, which helps a lot. Honestly, I had this girlfriend one time and we totally ignored it and it was hot as. Eventually, your saliva fuses together and you don't even notice it. But now I keep extra toothbrushes in my crib for this reason. You wanna brush ya teeth, yay? Then we get busy. Seriously, at some point in every relationship you no longer care if your legs are perfectly shaved, if your hair looks amazing, if your clothes are matching, if everything is perfectly clean. Once you have kids, have dogs, have jobs and responsibilities, and so many things in life are bleak, morning is a silver lining. Who the cares if it comes with morning breath? Morning is the only time it happens since our mooding meds have worn off from the day before, so honestly, we are just happy we are awake enough for boinking, but not awake enough to feel the mental illness yet. Morning breath isn't even considered in this equation. I can understand if someone's morning breath might preclude anything escalating, but if you're having a morning breath is even noticeable, then someone is utterly inept when it comes to either or brushing. A quick follow-up: if someone has morning breath, it's overwhelming the result of not flossing. If you doubt this, smell the floss after flossing. Honestly, if I'm horny enough, I don't really notice it much. But all the more reason to practice good oral hygiene, brush and floss before bed. Use a tongue scraper. By morning, your breath might not actually be that bad. Actually, I find people's breath is often worse after a meal than first thing in the morning, but nobody talks about after dinner breath. I usually tend to like my partner's morning breath. I mean, depends on the person OFC, but when I get real into someone, I tend to like the way their body smells, our feet, BO, morning breath, etc. I will usually chew some sugar-free gum and rinse my mouth out real good before initiating though. I never minded it, especially when you're in love and know you both probably have it, it's no big deal. I dated a really sweet girl for about 3 years and we always apologized about it, dry lips even though we knew the other person didn't care. That being said, if it does bug your partner, just keep some mints and maybe some water on your side of the sleeping arrangement. I think I just lucked out with a cool person. We've been married for 7 years and together 8 plus known each other for 12 years. We accept morning dragon breath as a part of life. It's going to happen to the best of us sometimes. We ignore it for our morning fun, then take care of the issue right after.